back to my channel. So today I'm going to go through my pan palette for this month. I've been working on the Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette since the beginning of the year, and yeah, it's been 2 months. I'm quite pleased with the progress. I don't know, I mean, I'm feeling a little bit like, should I be doing a little bit better? But I do have some pans to share with you, so that is always exciting. And as ever, I am not very good at my progress pictures. I haven't been taking any, so I'm going to try to take a snapshot of the last video just so you can see what the palette looked like last time. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry that I did not take a before and after. I've just been really bad at this, but anyway, let's get into it. All right, so as you can see on the screen, I already had pans in this palette, but I didn't have any new pans as of last month. I did want to use all of the shades last month. That was my overall goal, just to kind of get a feeling of the palette again. And I used everything aside from Ojo and I think it was Raw Energy. Yeah, Raw Energy. So this month, I definitely wanted to use those at least once, obviously use the other shades too, and maybe just get some better progress and maybe some cheeky pans. So let's see how I did. This is what the palette is looking like right now. I don't know if you're going to be able to spot the difference straight away, but I am very pleased to say that I have hit pan in good karma. I used this 10 more times this month and I hit pan, and yeah, it was quite a, I wouldn't say it was super fluffy actually, to be fair. They were still quite hard in terms of like the actual formula itself. These are Urban Decay matte, so they do take a bit of time. But I did use a big fluffy brush and I did get some really nice progress. Obviously this month, because I used it 10 times and I hit pan, and I'm super pleased. I mean, there's really, I mean, I feel like I could definitely finish this now that I can see that there's not too much left now that you see the pan, and you know, there's quite a crater in there. So very excited about that. Moving on to Jade, I did not use that at all this month. You can see a lot of this shade got into this shade, so I'm gonna have to wipe that away. But yeah, I did not use Jade. Opal Aura I used once. I think the pan expanded slightly, but really not a lot. I wasn't really focusing on it all that much. And then we go to Tiger's Eye. This is my second pan that I hit this month. Yeah, I used this only 3 actually times this month, but I used it quite a lot last month. I used it 6 times last month, and to be fair, it didn't take me too long to hit pan in these other shimmers, so I kind of felt like I was going to hit pan in this. I was really enjoying it. It's a shade that I've generally kind of avoided ever since I got this palette. I don't know why. I always thought it was pretty, but it just wasn't one of the ones that I gravitated towards. So had I done that, I think I would have been able to hit pan in it like I did the others, you know, before I rolled it into this project. But super happy that I hit a second pan in this palette, and now I have so many pans. I'm so excited. Okay, and then we move on to Vibes. I did not use this one. Antidote, did not use that one either. Then we have Hexed. I used this 4 more times this month. It's a little bit of a tiny little dip going, but I think this one will be a challenge to hit pan on. Actually, there's no dip in that one. I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about Third Eye. No, this one, there's literally no dip in that one. Tiny itty bitty disturbance, but yeah, there's nothing going on in that one. And I did use it 5 times last month. I've used it 4 times this month. So I used it 9 times in total since I rolled it in the beginning of the year. But yeah, this one's probably gonna be one that if I do hit pan, it will take me the whole year, I imagine so. So anyway, moving on. I don't mind about it, that one. And then we've got Bloodstone. I only used this 1 more time. I already had a pan in it. I don't think it's really expanded actually, to be fair, so I don't really know. And then we go to Ojo. I just used this the once. It's just a dark blue and I'm not all that much of a fan of it. I do have a little bit of blue on today, so me saying that is kind of silly, but it is just not my favorite shade. Actually, it's probably my least favorite shade in the palette, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. So it was, yeah, it was kind of a chore using it for that one time. I would like to hit pan in it. Probably once I hit pan in it, I'll probably won't really touch it all too much, but I would like to hit pan in at least all of the shimmers. So I've only got 2 left actually, which is really exciting, where I haven't hit a pan. So yeah, we'll see. I'll keep working on it. It's still a pretty shade. It's just not pretty for me to wear, I think. And then we have Raw Energy. I used this twice. I didn't use it until last month. So I used it twice. I don't think that's changed either. I already had a pan in it. I don't think it looks any different. And then we have Meditate. This one I used once. I used it twice last month. So I do want to hit pan in that one. That one's a weird one where I feel like it's not necessarily hard pan, but it's not as creamy as the others. Actually, these two are probably the least creamy at the moment. So I think what's happened is they've just dried out a little bit, and I just need to go over that first layer, warm them up a little bit more, and just get to the nice juicy part where we have all of these nice, yummy, creamy shades. Because I used to really like Meditate actually, but yeah, I think it's a little bit of a struggle putting it on my lids at the moment because it is quite stiff. So anyway, I would like to hit pan in it, but yeah, one use is not going to get me there. And then we have Third Eye. I used this 3 times. So I used it quite a bit. I used it 11 times last month and 3 more times this month. Obviously my numbers were a lot higher last month because I did take this palette with me and I used it for a good 2 weeks. I didn't have really any other eyeshadow palette to use during that time. But having said that, I mean, February is also a shorter month, but I'm really glad of my progress. Anytime that I didn't use this palette, I made sure to go into Good Karma as just a base anyway, and that's how I was able to use it the 10 times that I did. There's definitely, the few times that I did use Third Eye, I really enjoyed it. I think I showed it out in one of my videos. But yeah, I think overall I'm pleased with the progress. It's 2 months worth of use now on a palette that is an older palette in my collection and that I still really love and enjoy, and I don't feel like I'm going to get bored of it yet, so that is exciting. I think what I want to do is I think I'll just do the same thing as I did this month, and I'll use this shade whenever I'm not using this palette, just as a first base, just to like get some use out of it. So I think I'll do that because my son's in the background, you probably can hear him. I think I'll do that just to like get more use out of it because I don't really use other cream shades all that much in other palettes, to be fair. And also I don't know if it's going to be doable to hit pan in this next month, but I do want to get more use on Meditate, more use on Ojo, just like consistent use, because that's really, I think, the only way I'm going to be able to hit pan in those two. I'm thinking I'd like to expand the pan in Opal Aura and in Bloodstone. So that's quite a lot of goals that I have for next month. Whether I get there or not, I'm not entirely sure. I think in the next few months, I will be able to hit pan in Third Eye. It's probably gonna be my second matte shade that I will be able to hit pan on. I really don't think I'm ever gonna hit pan in Antidote and Hexed, but we'll see. I'll keep using them as and when I want to use them. But yeah, it's really the shimmers that I wanna use. That's what stands out in this palette. And I just want to obviously keep enjoying this palette. So I really enjoyed the first few months. Let's see how March goes. It's a longer month. Maybe I will be able to go into this a little bit more. Maybe I'll use the green actually a little bit more because I do like to use green in March. So potentially. I was supposed to do green today, but I ended up doing a completely different look. So whatever. This will be in a, this is Cosmic Brushes, in case you're wondering, and I am going to be doing a first impressions slash kind of a 3 looks. I don't know if it's going to be 1 palette or 2 palettes because I got 2 palettes recently. I'm liking it so far. I think it's very beautiful. I'm like, woo. I was going to do green and then I was like, no, let's do the purples and the blues, and I'm very pleased with that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. Like and subscribe as always if you would like to, and I will see you all next time.